Here's a clip from the Miracle Club.
How much were the flowers? I want to pay you back.
I bought them for your mother. She didn't think you'd be here.
Why would she think that?
Have you ever come back in 40 years?
For the flowers.
I don't need that. It was an honor. Your mother was a saint.
Okay, so poignant tragicomic drama from Thaddeus O'Sullivan, who is a director who's done a lot of television. His big screen CV includes December Bride, which I really liked, Ordinary Decent Criminal. So the story is that Laura Linney's Chrissy returns to her old Irish hometown, where she's met by Kathy Bates and Maggie Smith as Eileen and Lily, who look upon her scornfully because she went away decades ago and never came back. And then it turns out that there is all this kind of backstory between them and unresolved tensions. And through a plot contrivance, they are all being sent to Lourdes, which is theoretically the scene of miracles, because they all have things that need to be dealt with. Eileen has found a lump on her breast. Lily has leg problems and is grieving the loss of her son Declan, which it becomes clear is tied up with the reason why Laura Linney's character went away. So they go on a bus to Lourdes, all of them with stuff to be dealt with, and they're all in need of a miracle or a cure, and their husbands are pretty much to a man annoyed at being left alone and the fact that the women folk are going off on a wild goose chase. And as with all the best secular miracle movies, and I include in that things like Jesus of Montreal or even Jessica Hausner's Lourdes, the plot contrives to allow the audience to decide for themselves whether or not miracles happen, because miracles may happen, but they're not of the, making the lame walk kind of miracle. It's miracles are not, they're not dished out in the way that one would expect them to be. So you can read it, you can interpret it however you want to. I thought this kind of tonally reminded me, I was saying how much I liked The Great Escapee, The Great Escaper, because The Great Escapee was what he was called in the press. This has a similar kind of, you could say, oh, it goes down well with a cup of tea, missus, and it's a Wednesday afternoon movie. But it does also tackle some serious issues. I mean, not least reproductive rights, the lack of reproductive rights, and the terrible, devastating legacy of denying people reproductive rights. Performances are very good. I mean, Laura Linney walks on water for me, and it sounds like for you as well.
Agreed.
Kathy Bates does a very good job of being scary when she's got a glass of red wine in her. She's got that thing about, she's fine, but you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of her. And Maggie Smith goes from flinty to sympathetic like that. And and again, you're talking about that kind of glimmer thing. There is a certain kind of, magic to watching her do it.
When she says, I'm not sure how many more chances I'll have to do this.
Yeah.
How many more chances, and that big close-up of her face, and you're really sort of struck not just with the character's mortality but Maggie Smith's as well. So you sort of sat there thinking, how many more times do we get to see this wonderful actor? We just lost Glenda Jackson, and that really struck me, that moment.
So it's funny, it's like I said, you can be sniffy about it, and you can say, oh well, it's whimsical, but which it is. But I actually think that it does go into some darker places.
It does,
and I was very pleasantly surprised by that, because obviously, the title and
the title was the thing that scared me the most, because as soon as I see club, I just think,
you're gone.
Oh, this is like an outing, like a care home outing type thing.
Well, it's the image of they all get on a bus because they're all going somewhere, and that is Holiday on the Buses.
Absolutely, really worried when I see the word club, and it just didn't. It went against that grain completely. I thought. I found it really evocative from the start, and it should be said, this community that they're all from is like a deeply Catholic enclave, on the outskirts of Dublin, and you can really feel all that stuff and how much things mean. And I found it lovely that like you were saying, you can decide what the miracle is, but with human beings, a lot of the time, especially with British and Irish people, I don't know, we do struggle to be open with each other, and
no kidding.
Do you know what I mean? For me, I got from it, it's a miracle that they're finally talking about these things openly, these really difficult things. That's the miracle, almost to the point where I wasn't sure if we were going to get a Tiny Tim moment or not with the little boy, but I didn't really care because it was the miracle of these women finally letting go, you know?
Yeah. And also it's kind of the McGuffin as well, is the pursuit of the miracle. There's a lovely performance by Stephen Ray as the husband who has never cooked before and goes on a culinary voyage of discovery.
Yeah, it's lovely. The Irish stew. The younger husband being left alone with the baby and just, you know, picking up the baby like he was picking up a flat pack from IKEA, you know, like, what do I do
where
here?
The instructions are, yeah.
And Maggie Smith's husband, that character, you know, she tells him, look, just go to bed. Don't worry. If you're worried, just go to bed.
Safe.
And whenever we cut to him, he's just in bed with snacks. Just, you know, maybe I'll be safe here. It's great.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, good. And I think it's not perhaps the movie that you would expect it to be.
Yeah, and also like Club, and it was billed as a comedy. I read, and I didn't see it as
it's
a comedy.
comedic.
It's comedic in parts,
but, you know, but it's
But yeah, enjoyed it.
Bittersweet. I liked it too.
Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. While you're here, check out all the other videos because they're cool too, aren't they?
Yeah, and if you want to keep up to date with everything Kermode and Mayo's Take, then check out our social channels.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I would. I have done.
Excellent.